welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Farmington Farmington Gazette for tonight's district championship between the Prairie Grove Lady Tigers and the Farmington Lady Cardinals. I'm Lynn Gregson and deciding tonight. Our normal partner there, Dean, and also Jake McBride joining us. Trying to get a little karma going tonight from last time.
Three of us, you'll remember, it was a regional final. If you guys remember, down in, or where was that? Where was that at, the regional final? That,
Ozark.
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 And that night, we were down by 2, and Michelle Umsargis launched a long three-pointer, and that actually had a. That was the 4th time we played Farmington that year, right, Jake?
I think so. Too bad she doesn't have some eligibility left.
Well, tonight's game, the interesting thing about tonight's game is for the Lady Tigers, we now have had 2 straight district championships. 3 years ago, we lost in a district championship to Shiloh and then beat them in the regional, and I think we played them 5 times that year. We played Farmington twice. And like we were talking about 2 years ago, we played them 4 times and won all 4. Farmington wants to kind of pay back that favor, I believe, Derek.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I was looking at just a week ago, last Friday, we played Farmington over at our place. And I was looking at our stats from that game. And, you know, that game was a 1-point game at halftime. It was tied at the end of the 3rd quarter. And then in the 4th quarter, Farmington pulled away a little bit, ended up with the win. But I was looking at, I think one of the reasons why is I'm looking at our foul situation. We had Abby Smith, Taylor Harton, both fouled out of that ball game in the 4th quarter, and that made a big difference for us. And then you put on top of that, Callie Robinson had 4 fouls as well. So foul trouble was the big key in that ball game. So if our girls can stay out of foul trouble, girl for girl, we match up very well with Farmington. And again, we've talked about it both times we play Farmington this year. It's all going to depend on how we respond to that 3-2 zone defense that Farmington is so good at running.
Jake, you've been able to probably see almost every game this year. If there's, I know you've seen the 2 contests that have already taken place here. If there's something that you see that we really need to do in this game, because Farmington's very athletic.
You know, whenever Farmington walks out on the floor, both with their men's and their boys basketball team, they look really good in their uniforms, and we see that a lot when we travel in the conference. You see, well, they look really good in their uniforms, but Farmington not only looks good in their uniforms, they are good.
Yeah.
And, you know, Derek, I kind of disagree with Derek. I don't want to get into an arm wrestling match or anything, but
here we go.
We really have a struggle with the Hopkins twins. And Tachina Scales yesterday, watching her play in the first game versus Berryville, she put the game on her shoulders with the tall Hopkins girl tailing on the bench. So I think there's some. I think there originally may be some matchup issues, but I do have some inside information.
Okay, that's why we got you here.
That's
Jake.
why he's here.
I do have some inside information, and I do think what you're going to see is a much more physical Lady Tiger basketball team today. I think you're going to see them. The words that I basically heard were, "We're tired of being pushed around. We're going to start doing our own pushing." So,
well, and I will agree with you on that, Jake. Farmington, if you look at them, they are across the board probably more athletic than we are.
I agree with that.
But as far as skilled basketball, we play in a different way. I mean, if you look at Macy Colchin out there, she's athletically about as good as anybody on the Farmington team. And then you got Beeks. She's a different style of a player than some of the players that you're mentioning. As far as Hopkins, she can score as well as any of those girls. And I think it's going to be a good matchup either way. I mean, I think we're very capable, even though they've beaten us twice, and it's going to be a very tough challenge on their floor. I think if we will play up to our capabilities and maybe catch some breaks here and there, we're very capable of winning this ball game. But we're going to have to earn it.
One other thing I really honestly think, I don't think we've seen our Lady Tigers play their best basketball game yet. I still think it's inside of them. And, you know, as an old Tennessee fan, it was always good to watch Pat Summitt get her teams ready for the tournament. They seem to peak at the right time. This could be the game that launches us. I'll go ahead and say this. If we win this game, look out state.
Well, I agree with you, Jake, and I think that I don't think we have played that game. And what's been great is you're seeing them continue to gel. Last night, I think person for person, I think Ozark and Farmington may actually have a slight. If you just look at, you know, top, you know, your 5 players that start or whatever, they may have a little bit of an edge. Both of those teams. And last night, and the time we played them before, we were able to overcome that. And I think tonight, maybe Coach Frau can answer. You know, he's had a chance to watch them a couple times now. Maybe he's got an answer for us tonight.
Well, the one thing that we have struggled with is the loss of Justine in size. So, you know, it is a Ozark last night with number 5, Cecilia Huddleston. We didn't have an answer for her. So we got to start delivering some punches early.
We're going to have the national anthem here.
That's hard to stand up right there.
And guys, one of the things that I was going to let you guys know, I officially went back, looked at my records, my journals, and it has been 2008 since our boys and girls both played in the district tournament the same night. On that night, our Lady Tigers dropped to Huntsville. Huntsville was in the conference at the time, and I think that was the year they went on to win state.
Yeah.
And then for the boys that night, they beat somebody. Anybody want to take a guess who they beat?
Farmington.
They beat
at
Farmington.
Huntsville. Is that
Yep,
right?
That's exactly right.
Hey, I
So-
seem to remember that game.
Yeah.
You guys are old.
Yeah. Well, and here's the starting lineups for the Lady Tigers. Number 11, Abby Smith. Lacey Beeks. Lacey hit the big 3 last night in the closing seconds of the game. The sophomore, Taylor Harton. Macy Colchin. Macy, we were talking about Macy, guys, on the way back, drive back from the volleyball tournament today, and we just said, you know, if there's a player that is very athletic, sometimes underappreciated, I think she's one of those. And now here comes Callie Robinson. I think that, you know, last night she got us off the start and hit, I think, our first 8 points.
8 points in the first quarter. Got us off to a great start. Kept us really in the ball game in that first quarter against Ozark last night.
Number 1, Tayton Hopkins. Hopkins is a freshman. Number 4, Tachina Scales. Tachina's a senior. And of course, Haley Maxwell. Haley is also a senior.
I'm not going to be hurt to see those girls leave.
Number 23, McPherson. She's only a junior. And then number 32, Taylon Hopkins, and she's a junior. So 3 of these girls are back. 2 seniors. This is a very experienced, very good athletic team, guys. I think the key is keep it close. You can't let this thing get out of hand.
Got to get off to a good start. You're exactly right, Lynn.
Well, our crew tonight, I'm looking back up there, Mr. Bond, and I can't tell what student he's got.
Dowdy, Christian Dowdy.
Christian Dowdy's with him tonight. Hopkins and Macy on the tip goes to the Farmington Cardinals. McPherson kicks it back out the Scales, and now over to the younger Hopkins.
Last time we played, Lynn, Farmington had 4 players in double figures.
Wow, nice take inside that time by Tayton Hopkins. They were very patient that time, guys.
Ran a lot of clock.
Kind of shocked that they didn't try to go inside to the other Hopkins. They usually try to establish that pretty early.
And now Abby wanted to go baseline. She's kind of stuck down there. She makes a good move there. She got stuck, was able to knock it off. I believe it was McPherson.
That's one thing you'll see the Lady Cardinals do is when we get the ball in the deep corner like that and they're in the short corner, they're going to run a trap right there. Heads up play by Abby. She got caught, but a nice job of
Look, I don't know if we've
the
seen
ball
that. And we and just that time we just threw it away. Little pressure there by Haley Maxwell kind of caused the turnover.
And I'm going to imagine that they're a little tight right now. Wound up pretty tight.
Well, you got to think, you know, with
Who
all
wouldn't be?
Yeah, with all the excitement of last week, and then to have it all Prairie Grove Farmington. There's a three-pointer that time by Hopkins, and it's 5-0. There's a lot of emotion and then tense, nervousness. But Farmington's come out, and the freshmen.
We talked about the stakes last week were so high. Tonight they're even higher, playing for a district championship, a #1 seed at the regional tournament.
And Coach Frau calls an early timeout, just a minute and a half in the game. Well, let's take it with them, guys. With 6:30 to go in the first quarter, the Tigers trail 5-0.
Did you see that shot? And that is.
Well, the Tigers have to take an early timeout, and I think that's what we talked about. Make sure you keep it close. If you don't have something here, Derek, you can go down 7-0 real quick.
Well,
Harton for three. Oh, and Macy Colton with that rebound. Big rebound and a second chance for the Lady Tigers.
You don't say it's a must-make, but it's a must-make.
And you're right, Jake. And the must-make's done by Abby Smith. Nice job there on the baseline. 5-2.
That was the equivalent to a 4th and short.
You're right. That's a very good analogy. And that time, Taylon Hopkins, she puts it in, and it's 7-2.
She presents a little bit of an issue for us down under if she gets loose.
Yeah, we don't have a real matchup for her.
Yeah, a lot of her points the last time we played were off offensive rebounds, so we definitely have to get a body on her, make sure we block her out and get the rebound. Macy's
going to drive baseline, pull up jumper. Macy gets a roll. Going to go to Beeks. Go up strong late. Lacey's unable to. And there's Callie. 3 chances that time. 3 chances. Wow, that's big when we're getting those kind of rebounds.
And when you can get some points out of Callie, who's normally just that body work girl under there, that's the extra points there. Can't leave her alone.
No, Haley
will hurt you.
Yeah, we're lucky that time. And now the Lady Tigers take it. Lacey Beeks brought it down. She was the one who hit the big shot last night.
That's a good start for the Lady Tigers. All 4 of our points have come off second chances.
And now Macy gets the baseline. This time, nice job by McPherson to play D, but then Macy did a smart thing and pulled up. Now Abby Smith's going the other side of the baseline. Pull up jumper. No good. There's another second chance
there we
basket.
Go.
Yes! Callie Robinson with a second chance basket again.
Those are gravy. That's gravy right there.
7-6, and there's Maxwell alone, no good, and now the rebound to who else but Robinson.
Yeah, Callie off to a great start. Farmington really pushes the ball in transition. We got to make sure we get back. That time Maxwell's got 2 open looks on us. We got to check her in transition.
Whoa, dangerous pass that time by Hart. And now here comes.
It's almost as if they're baiting us into that little corner down there.
Yeah.
And now, boy, the Lady Tigers got a little lucky there. But no, Derek, you made a great point. Every point so far has come off a
offensive rebound. That's
yep.
exactly right. Yep. Jake, you're right. I think they're trying to force us to go to that baseline so they can set that trap down there.
Oh,
that's a great pass.
It was. I think Callie may have been a little surprised it came to her. 7-6, 3:54 to go. And I guess, guys, if you're wondering why the clock's not, or the score's not right, I'm trying to do two things, and I'm not very good at it. There we go. We got it up 7-6 now. I'll try to remember to do that, guys. We usually have one of the students here doing it, and tonight we're a little shorthanded. Not a bad foul that time, because that would have been an easy basket.
Yeah, but again, the key thing is there, you don't let Hopkins get that offensive rebound. That's easier said than done, but again, she did a good job of getting in there and getting position on us. I think Callie got that foul. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Callie got her first foul of the ball game.
I have noticed that that Farmington does struggle at the free throw line. They're not as fluid and as good on their percentages as we have been in the past. So maybe putting them on the free throw line is not a bad idea. She misses both.
Missed them both. That's huge.
Callie Robinson with a big rebound.
Now coming out a little more up top there, Derek. Now McPherson, you can see what they're doing, though. There's a three-pointer by Abby Smith. Oh, we almost took a Michelle Lamsargas bounce there for us, didn't it?
Man, they are quick in transition. Got to get those rebounds.
It's going to be on the floor. I believe it's going to be on Hart. Yep, Taylor Hart picks up the foul. It's her first, the team's.
Well, that's the third time Maxwell's been wide open.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's
but you're right, that transition, boy, they run the floor like they're horses.
Even off the made baskets, they were pushing the ball quick on us.
Well, what I'm noticing on the defensive side, here comes Maxwell again.
I think we got away with one there.
Yeah, we may have. But McPherson's doing a great job with backside help on both sides.
Yeah.
So they kind of got her in the middle. When they go to the one side, she's helping a lot.
Maddie Harton checking in now for Lady Tigers.
And she comes in for her sister, Taylor.
Well, if Maddie shoots it like she did last night, she'll be able to stretch the defense a little bit. She had 2 big threes off the bench last night.
How big is that in facing this zone? How big is that?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, Farmington's already pretty extended in their zone, but as you can see, they call it timeout for Farmington.
He's going to take a 30. Go ahead.
But what it really does is it allows Beeks a little more room to operate in that low post and high post area. If you've got a shooter on the outside that can really make the defense be honest right there.
Create some different angles for your
maybe Beeks can get some looks, because I don't think Farmington's going to allow Beeks to really just take over the game like we saw Wednesday night against Lincoln, and even last night Beeks had a great game against Ozark.
I've noticed that the last 3 or 4 ball games, the teams have made a concentrated effort to shut Lacey Beeks down. Yeah. And I think they feel like if she's the heart and soul of the team. If they can shut her down, they've got a good chance. Quite honestly, it has kind of sort of worked. I mean, we've found ways to win, which is a testament to the heart of the Lady Tigers.
Well, and that's why it was so big last night. Macy started us off, scored the first 8 points, and that allowed Beeks a little more room to
because
operate.
once they figure out, hey, we got to go guard her, or we got to go guard this other person, that happens. Now Hopkins gets it over to McPherson. She pulls up, shot on the way, no good. Nice rebound by Macy Colchin, and now here comes Abby Smith. So Abby's going to run point now. 7-6. Lady Cardinals got out to pull-up jumper by Colchin, no good.
Strong.
All right, set up good, and here comes Maxwell. That's going to be a block. Didn't get her feet set that time.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good play by Maxwell, because Abby was there in time. Maxwell made a nice little move to kind of sidestep her, and she didn't get full on contact right there to draw that charge.
Yeah, if she'd have been back another step or two, she would have had the ability, because you'd have been the angle of the shot wouldn't have been there. So nice job, nice heads-up play by Maxwell for the Lady Cardinals, and now she's at the line. Good free throw shooter, and she makes it. 8-6. Lady Cardinals have led throughout. They started off 5-0. Lady Tigers came back and pulled within 1. Now they're down 2. Second shot on the way. This time no good, and Beeks gets the rebound.
Yeah, Farmington 1 out of 4 at the free throw line. Lady Tigers have yet to get there.
That's a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, on Farmington's home floor, no way. Callie, another rebound.
Oh, they're going to get Callie. That's going to be 2 on Callie. And 2:01 to go.
That's a shame, too, because she did such a great job of getting that offensive rebound. Just couldn't secure it, and now she picks up her second foul. It's a tough break for Callie.
Now she's going to come out, and Ashley Coxon come in. Ashley
played some good ball.
She played some good ball when we played last week against Farmington.
You know, and honestly,
Hopkins.
in this game, when you've got that Hopkins down low, I'd let Cox get in there and bang elbows for a quarter or so.
Absolutely. Maxwell misses another 3. We got to take advantage while she's missing because she's not going to miss all night. Third meeting of the year between these two. Farmington's taken the first 2.
And Lynn has Beeks taking a shot. Do you recall?
Bottom, there we go.
Maddie.
Lacey's not made a shot. That one by Maddie Harton from the corner.
I think she may have taken one, Derek.
Did she take one? Yeah, we're going to have to get her involved.
8 all, so the Lady Tigers have, after being down 5-0, now tied.
Good defense there.
Nice hustle that time by Scales, but now Beeks with the rebound. Beeks comes down, looks, get it up
there we
and
go.
in. Lacey Beeks.
And we have something we never had in the last game. We have a lead.
You're right, Jake. And it didn't last long.
We had a lead.
I got to keep up with, I'm not used to this deal. 11-10 Lady Cardinals. No foul there. And
I can take a charge right here.
nice defense that time by Maddie Hart. Excellent
really
job.
was.
I'm looking for them to shoot the last shot. Thought they would have held up and played for that last shot.
Yeah, we've seen us do that before.
The Lady Cardinals will take this
they
last
will,
shot of the
yeah.
quarter.
Oh, no. Oh,
Call
no.
a hand check. Hand check's not here tonight, Derek, but we get a hand check call.
Fouls on Macy Colchin.
Colchin, that's 5. Look at the team fouls.
I was
5
just
to
fixing
0.
to say 5 on the Lady Tigers, 0 right now on the Lady Cardinals.
And Derek, this tends to happen sometimes when you play a very athletic team because you're really having to exert yourself to guard and to play defense, and so I think that leads sometimes to fouls.
Well, what I like about our players right now, though, Lynn, you see us, we're going to the basket. I mean, we're attacking. We've driven the baseline a few times. We've driven the middle of the lane a few times. And if you keep doing that, eventually you're going to start getting some calls, hopefully, in this game.
Well, one of two things is going to happen, too. It could soften them up a little bit. It'll open some things up for a quick dish out to the outside. If we get hot one way or the other, I'd like to see a couple of threes, but we just keep pounding on the inside. I think he's looking to get Hopkins in foul trouble, but she's played smart D so far.
Yeah, and I think if I remember right, the last time, last Friday, Hopkins had 2 fouls for a very long time in that ball game. If I recall, I think she picked it up in the second quarter, and then she went 2 full quarters and didn't get another foul in the ball game.
That's
so
a sign of a smart ball player.
Yeah, it is, and she's really aggressive, and we just got to keep attacking her. I mean, that's the best you can do. But then as well, like you said, Jake, hopefully we'll hit some outside shots and open up that lane a little bit more.
Well, if you're watching, go to pgtigersonline.com to the comments page and let us know where you're watching from.
I think everybody might be here.
Yeah, I think the ones that we have. Well, we got Phil watching from Gainesville. Hope this is a special night.
There we go. There's the call.
We get our first foul against them. That's going to be against, is that McPherson, I believe.
And that was the play that's been drawn up for today.
First free throws of the ball game for the Lady Tigers.
And Colton knocks it down, all tied up at 11. Well, they didn't have one the whole first quarter, and they get one 6 seconds into the second one. That one's in as well, and the Lady Tigers resume the lead 12-11. 12-11, 7:52 to go here in the first half, and it's been close throughout. Nice drive by Hopkins. He's going to fall out. Colton with the rebound.
think this is an important possession right now for the Tigers. If they can turn this thing around and get another, I think it'd be a little shot in the nose to the Farmington Lady Cardinals.
We're doing a nice job on those baseline is the Lady Cardinals. They're doing good D on the baseline.
The impressive part about the Farmington Cardinal defense is how wide they can get with that 3-2.
They're going to get Abby Smith over the back. That's going to be 2 on Abby, I believe.
Yep,
Isn't that
you're right. Yep. And on the next foul, Lady Cardinals will be shooting 1-and-1 free throws.
So they're going to shoot 1-and-1 for the majority of the first or the second quarter.
I just saw Coach Frau tell the referee, he said, 1 foul. He's seeing the same thing we're talking about.
And there's a miss, but it goes.
Oh, they're going to call Hopkins on that.
Wow, I think we got a little break that time.
We'll give that one to Coach Frau.
Yeah, that's the official he was in his ear on, and, yeah, he gave us that call. Good job by Ashley getting physical down there with Hopkins. Yeah. Ashley smiling about it.
Better get it over the line here, girls. We take our time about getting over the line here.
We did that last night.
Harton for 3.
That'd be a big one.
Bottom. There we go. 15-11.
First 3 of the ball game for the Lady Tigers gives us a 4-point lead. Wait, which Harton do you guard? Both of them been able to shoot it from the outside the past few games.
Derek, you made this point last night. Nice taking there by Hopkins, 15-13. You made this point last night. There's not a girl that we, most time 4 of these 5 girls can score.
Yeah.
And not that Ashley Cox can't. And a steal this time by Scales. It's up and goes in. We're tied up. But we got scores on the floor.
Yeah, you're right. We can score in a lot of different ways.
Protecting the ball has been the thing that Coach Frau's been really worried about. He's been preaching that lesson all season long.
Now Macy, nice job on defense there. Goes over. That's going to be Beeks. Lacey Beeks. It's her first. And now that's going to be a 1-and-1.
Proud's not getting something that he's wanting out of his guards. As they're coming down here, he's giving them an earful. He's not getting something that he's wanting. I don't know what he's looking for.
Well, what I was going to say on the last trip for Farmington, that Hopkins penetrated the lane right there and got the layup. One-on-one, sometimes we're going to need help guarding some of these girls. And that time, she really just split the defense there. There was nobody there. And Farmington, boy, 1 out of 5 at the free throw line.
Don't shoot free throws.
Man.
It's a good thing. They're going to be there the rest
Colton
of the day.
3. Bottom.
There we go.
Macy Colton with a big shot. That's her first 3 of the game. First points of the game for Macy Colton.
Well, she actually hit 2 free throws earlier,
that's right.
Lynn, but she's got 5. But, yeah, the Lady Tigers starting to heat up from the outside.
Whoa.
Golly.
And she's matched.
That's Talon Hopkins.
Well, Farmington's had 3 different players hit 3-point shots, and I don't know if we necessarily expect that from Hopkins, Jake. Have you seen her hit the 3-point shot this year?
I would have a tendency to leave her alone out there until now.
Yeah.
Three by Maddie Harton. This one's off, but Macy Colton with the rebound. Nice job by Macy, and another second chance shot for the Lady Tigers.
Tell you what, the Farmington coach has to be pulling his hair out on these. He's got size. He has no reason not to be getting these rebounds.
Yeah. Well, Derek pointed out the last time we played them that when you run this 3-2, it does affect your rebound a little bit because you got the girls are out a little farther.
Right.
Yeah.
You made that point last time.
Theoretically, you only got 2 girls right around the rim, and that's if the back girl doesn't have to step out and defend. But, I know the defense is designed to at least have 3 girls going to rebound, and really Coach Johnson, I'm sure, would like to have more than that. But the Lady Tigers really doing a great job on the offensive rebounds, getting second and even third chances. Oh, no, that's a bad call.
Wow.
That's a bad call.
I may have called a walk. I may have called a defensive foul, but that wouldn't have been the call.
No. It's very rare you see a charge called when the defender never even hits the floor. That was a half-hearted charge there.
The Prairie Grove fans aren't happy right now. You can probably hear them over our mics almost. In the game now, number 2, Taylor Smith. She's picked up by Colchin.
Seems to be careful. With the tickets they're calling, you've got to anticipate they're going to call every hand check, every this, every that.
Well, so far it has been one way, it seems like. That's what the Prairie Grove fans behind us are saying. It's, the fouls are 8-2 right now, and it feels like to me, Lynn and Jake, the Lady Tigers are being aggressive offensively. They're going to the basket. And haven't been able to draw any fouls called against Farmington.
There's Maddie Hart for 3. Bottom.
There
you go.
Atta girl.
21-18.
Who needs free throws when you can step out and shoot the 3 like we've been doing it in the second quarter?
Well, thank God they're missing free throws. Because
yeah.
If they had been hitting their free throws, we might be at a 10-point deficit right now.
Good quick hands by Macy right there.
21-18, Tigers lead, Lady Tigers. Also in the game, number 10, Trish O'Connell.
Good defense there.
Now, if that's not a foul.
Yeah.
And now the Farmington fans are up on that. And now Taylor Harton, she's got a 3, short. And rebound's going to go to Hopkins.
The pace.
Pace of the game's going fast. We haven't had a lot of stops in play.
Are you? Oh, boy.
That's going to be team foul number 10. Or is that 9? That's the 19th foul?
That's the 9th,
That's 9. Yeah, they broke the scoreboard over here on this one side.
Oh, you know what, Lynn? I'm
another
looking,
missed free throw.
And I may have missed a foul, but I've only got that as our 8th foul. Which may not be a huge deal, but did I miss one?
Second one on the way, and it's good. So now, is that 3 of 10 from the line, Derek?
That is 2 out of 6.
2 out
of 6, yeah. Well,
stop and play.
Coach Harper's having a hard time over there. And
They're
may be
making sure that the score is right, because how could they have that many fouls and be behind?
Yeah. That must have been a clock situation there. They maybe got it straightened out.
21-19. Lady Tigers need to finish this first half strong. Oh. Cox, no good. Rebound goes to Taylor Smith.
Oh, now that's a very unusual turnover for Farmington. They're very secure with the ball in most cases. And an unforced turnover, which we'll take.
It's a good point, Jake. They usually get the ball down so quickly.
They're just so fast.
There's a hand check. Thank you. Thank you.
3 fouls now. Scales' first foul, team third. McPherson's coming back in for Taylor Smith. 1:42 to go. Lady Tigers up 21-19. District tournament final. Close throughout. Minute and a half to go here in the first half. And
there's a good cut inside by Maddie. Just couldn't execute that pass, but
Coach Froud not happy. Coach Froud telling Maddie to shoot
he really wanted that pass. That was one pass too many.
Yeah, she was pretty open right there around the free throw area, and she's a good enough shooter.
Could have drawn that foul as well with the shot, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Derek, even though we got 9 fouls, we don't have anybody with more than 2. Is that correct?
That's right, and I still I've got a missing foul. Abby Smith's the only one I have down for us with just 2 fouls.
Callie Robinson has 2.
Callie, there's our 2. Okay, there was the missing foul that I had.
1 minute to go. And now Coach Froud's going to go into a 4 corners.
I think if you were to ask Coach Froud right now, he will take this lead going into the halftime.
Oh, you bet.
It would be a big confidence builder, a momentum builder.
Well, last night when Ozark trapped us out on the outside, we did a good job of taking advantage of it and getting some easy points.
I like when they start doing that. I like to see the ball in Lacey's hands.
I haven't been a real big fan of that one-handed push pass, and then it's eaten me up all season long.
We're down to 14 seconds. Wow, Lady Tigers
Can't
almost
be sloppy
a turnover.
with the passes. Up with it.
1.1.
You got to feel like that was a wasted possession on our part. It hurt.
Well, it was, but
didn't leave them a whole lot to play with.
Don't want to foul, my goodness.
No foul. He did not
my
call
goodness, you do not want to foul there.
Coach Johnson wanted a foul. He's standing out here.
He needs to sit down. He got plenty in the first half.
Well,
Christmas came early for Farmington.
Well, after 1 half of play, the Lady Tigers hold a slim 2-point advantage, 21-19. Derek, you got some stats for us.
Sure do. Lady Tigers outscored Farmington 11-8 in that second quarter. And you know, Lynn, last week I keep referring back to last week, the stats. Farmington had a 21-20 lead on us at halftime, and now we've got a 21-19 lead. So the pace of play has been pretty much the same. But we've got a 2-point lead instead of a 1-point deficit like last week. The scoring for the Lady Tigers has been really spread out. Colton and Maddie Harton with 5 points, Robinson with 4, Taylor Harton with 3, and then Beeks and Abby Smith each with 2 points. And for Farmington, Hopkins, number 1, that would be Tatum Hopkins, has 8 points. The other Hopkins has 5, along with Scales has 5, and then Maxwell with just 1 point. So Farmington, no points off the bench. And then Lady Tigers have Maddie Harton coming in off the bench, who actually is leading us in scoring with 5 points along with Macy. So pretty good overall first half. Got to get some things cleaned up to attack that zone defense. But I think I like where we sit right now, Jake.
It's not bad. I mean, considering when you go into the lead with what we faced, foul-wise, foul shot-wise, we really are in pretty good shape.
Well,
I will say this, the first few minutes of that second half are going to be key. We get the possession. We should get the possession. Is that correct?
No, they have the possession.
They will get the possession.
They have the possession. I was noticing that just before the end of the half, who had possession arrow. Well, in the first half, while we do have a student section, it was relatively quiet on our side.
Yeah, where are they? I missed them.
They're down here to the just to the left
That's
of us.
how quiet they were.
You know what, Lynn? I'm looking across it. There are actually more empty seats than what I would figure for a district championship. And Farmington being in both games on their home floor, quite a few empty seats. It may fill up before the night's over, but.
Well, and I think there's there'll be a high anticipation for tonight's game as well with the boys.
You know what? I think everybody's wanted to stay home and listen to us. I think that's probably what it is, don't you?
I doubt that.
I think you're wrong. They're probably listening, going, "I think we have time to get there by the second half."
They've already found their mute button on their computer screen.
Well, we're going to run a few commercial breaks here, and we'll be back for the second half.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
21-20, 21-19. We were down 1 last week. Got the lead. Yeah, same exact game.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square and I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946. Clorox. Just hearing the name and you automatically think of the word clean, and Clorox is a lot more than just bleach. The Clorox family of products has something for the home, the business, professional grade, and more. No matter what the environment, Clorox has the product you need to meet your unique challenges. From the bathroom and the kitchen with Pine Sol and 409 to the laundry room with the standard Clorox bleach, and even if you're on the go with the Clorox wipes, you know the name stands for clean. Dirt and germs don't stand a chance as long as you're equipped with the family of Clorox products. Clorox, proud sponsors of Tiger Athletics and activities. Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa or doing mission work in Guatemala or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church. You just bought that first home, or maybe the first new car, and you want it properly covered. Think shelter insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and shelter insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and shelter insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local shelter insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger Athletics and activities. Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts? It all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. Everett Chevrolet is the home of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road today, the Chevy Silverado. And the 2014 Silverado has been totally redesigned, and it's better than ever before. And right now, the selection of Silverados at Everett Chevrolet has never been better. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cabs, and every color you can imagine with options to die for. So make the short drive to Everett Chevrolet just off of I-540 at Elm Springs Road. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chevrolet. Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Okay, we're back for the second half. And
Sainer, I just want to apologize for getting you upset. You just focus, don't listen to me.
We have a lead this time. We didn't have it last time. Derek was checking the score earlier. The halftime at just last week on senior night, Farmington had a 21-20 lead. This time we have a 21-19.
Yeah, the big difference is, Lynn, Farmington shot 23 free throws last Friday night. They only shot 6. Even though we racked up 9 fouls, they shot 6 free throws. But the Lady Tigers, we only shot 2 free throws.
So we made them both. And
we made them both. Yeah,
even
we've actually outscored them.
We've outscored them from the free throw line.
Yep.
Well,
it's going to be a big first couple of minutes.
I agree with you, Jake, wholeheartedly.
Hey, our girls are getting high school basketball, getting some coverage. Channel 5 sports guy looks like he's down there with the camera, so. There we go.
Ball's going to go out. Yeah, that.
We have to protect that ball, those passes.
Abby Smith short, but there's Robinson with a rebound. Oh, Abby lucky not getting over the back.
Yeah, Abby and Callie both need to be real careful. They each have 2 fouls. You don't want to see them pick up
not this early.
One early.
If they get it late in this quarter, that's one thing, but not this early.
And, of course, the questionable call goes to Farmington. I'm just thinking out loud.
We need to start keeping track of those, Jake. Those 50-50 calls.
I think it's more like 80-20.
Well, yeah. Technically, it
obvious.
needs to be a 50-50.
That was obvious. There's no
that one doesn't count. Yeah, that one doesn't count.
Okay, it's 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter, just a minute into the second half. 21-19, no score yet in the second half. Abby Smith.
I like the fact that we've had 2 shots on 1 possession, and Farmington's had 2 possessions and no shots.
There's a 3,
Get in there.
no good.
Watch out.
Yeah, we may have got lucky, didn't get an over the back, although.
It could have gone that way,
yeah,
although it probably
that was a 50-50 that went our way.
Hey, I'm checking it, I'm marking it.
Lynn being generous.
Hey, the Farmington people have shown a lot of love the last week, so I got to give a little bit back, I guess.
Yeah, we can't be too hard. It's been a totally different week in this rivalry.
Nice job by Maxwell.
Well,
the most unassuming player on the court. She doesn't look like. She looks like she'd be better suited in the library, but she just nails it on the basketball court.
And that's her first field goal of the ball game. She's got 3 points, but we've done a really good job on her so far. She got a couple open looks early.
It reminds me a little bit of Holtz last night for Lincoln. Macy misses a shot. Now here comes Hopkins with a rebound.
Boy.
Scales gets a rebound, and that one's going to roll in for Scales. So Farmington hits the first 4 points of the points of the half.
Jake made the point. We need to get off to a good start. Farmington has come out a little bit more fired up right now. They've got the momentum right now. We gotta get a stop. And man, Beeks has just had we've had a hard time getting her the ball, and a hard time getting her any open looks.
Some of those were going for us in the first half that we were driving the baseline of those shots. Right now they're not falling for us. It's 23-21. We're 2.5 minutes into the quarter yet to get a score.
Yeah, I have to think if Farmington scores here, you might look for a timeout to get our bearings.
Good help by
Beeks. That was a very clean
Good
job.
anticipation.
Yep.
And Beeks' field goal there in the first quarter came off of a transition bucket just like that. She just got the rebound and took it coast to coast. I was almost hoping she'd do that right there.
Oh.
And we're getting some good looks, Lynn. What in the world?
They're going to call Beeks. That's going to be Beeks' second, team first.
I saw a jump ball there.
Yeah, I did.
23-21, 4:55 to go.
Scales is the one that scares me. Scales and the younger Hopkins, they scare me.
Well, the
They're
older
so
Hopkins,
athletic.
So it's the older Hopkins, and so does Maxwell. But you're right, Jake.
Hey, Coach.
Long three, that's off the mark.
Oh, my goodness. She almost lumped Sargist it.
I called it.
Are you going to stick with that, really? My goodness.
Did it go in?
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lynn Gregson will be doing the rest of the game blindfolded.
The same as the officials.
Oh, there's a nice shot. Come on.
That one.
He set me up. That was too good of an opportunity to pass up.
4 minutes halfway through this.
Can we get in trouble for what we say here?
I hope not.
Okay.
Freedom of speech is what I say. It's in the
There's
Constitution.
a shot on the way, and there's Hopkins.
But Callie's got to play it smart there. She can't be that aggressive as she would like to be.
Well, and even though Hopkins has hit a couple of those jumpers, I think you live with that. I think you'd rather see her shoot that than.
Well, it took us 4 minutes to get our first basket of the second half. Abby Smith for three.
Come on, Abby.
Off the mark.
Really would like to see Lacey get involved and get hot.
Nice take that time by McPherson, but doesn't go for her. And now she's going to come in and get the foul afterwards.
Okay, so it is proven that they can call a foul on Farmington. Put that down, 3:15 in the quarter.
Got it. Let's see if we can get Beeks involved. That was a good pull-up jumper by Macy 2 possessions ago to give us our first points of the lead, of the quarter. See if we can get Lacey going here.
Now they're going to get another foul. That one's
go.
going to be on the Tate and Hopkins, I believe.
I don't think we've had 2 fouls on Farmington that close together in all year.
Well, the thing is, they've got a couple fouls there, and
tell you what.
Wow.
Lynn, I think the official in front of us was going to call that a charge, and luckily the guy on the baseline stepped in and overruled him and called the block, which it really is his call there. And that's the third foul on McPherson.
Last night in the Farmington Gravett game, the 2 officials, first time he went and he turned and he looked at the other official, he called a charge. The next time they reversed roles and he called a charge as well.
Yeah. McPherson's the first player for either team to pick up a third foul.
Trish O'Connell, number 10, checking in for McPherson. She's got a good shot as well. They just keep throwing in athletes.
And the Tigers now back into a tie, 25 all, after 2 free throws made by Abby Smith. Tigers perfect from the line tonight.
Callie's battling underneath. I liked watching that battle.
Macy, good defense there. Now it's going to be called on, I believe that may be Abby Smith.
Nope, Macy got it.
Got Macy Colton. That's her second team foul. Well, Farmington leads us in fouls here in the second half.
I did not envy Macy. That 4 is a handful.
Yes, she is. Quick. Into the game is Chris O'Connell. O'Connell with the ball. She gives it to Scales. Scales driving the baseline.
Oh.
They're going to get Macy with another foul. So Macy picks up 2 quick ones with 2:24 to go.
I kind of felt like that was a little on the ticky side.
That was a little ticky-tack.
Well, Maddie Harton's going to check in for her, and I don't imagine we'll see Macy again until the 4th quarter. Three-pointer short. Rebound.
Oh, over the back. Goodness gracious. Good job of Taylor fending off Maxwell.
You know, we're sitting there screaming for the over the back, but really that just shows what good position will do for you. If you got the inside position,
you can still get the rebound. Yeah.
Now, Scales smiles on that one. Beeks forced the action that time. 4 on Farmington. That's her the second
we
foul.
We need to get that third on Miss Hopkins on the now plan.
Well, we talked about Beeks getting involved. That time she just took the ball and made something happen.
Beeks gives the Lady Tigers the lead again, 26-25. Beeks' second shot on the way. This one rolls out. It's the first one the Lady Tigers have missed today. 7 of 8, if my count's right, Derek.
I've got 5 out of 6.
5 out of 6, okay. And Beeks comes up with it. Now she's on the attack.
Come on.
Maddie Harton for 3. No good. Rebound. They're going to get Robinson over the back.
What I was going to say, Lynn, I don't see that we're playing any different than we did in the first half. I still think we're being aggressive, but it's interesting. We only had 2 free throws the entire first half. We've already got 4 here in the third quarter. So
now we have 2 players with 3 fouls. Macy Colton, who picked up 2 quick ones. Callie has played quite a while, almost the whole quarter without picking up that 3rd foul, and she picks it up with about a minute 40
This
seconds.
is what hurt us in the last game. We had some players in foul trouble. In the 4th quarter, we had 2 foul out.
Good defense by Ashley Cox.
Wow,
nice
defense by Ashley, Jake.
Go, Lacey. That a girl.
Now
there we go. Lacey just taking it and going right now.
This is what Coach Froud called for them to do in practice today, was force the action inside. Their feet are moving. Take it to them while they're moving.
Yeah, exactly right. That's the 3rd foul on Hopkins. That's huge.
And she picks up 2 fairly quick ones in about a minute, and Beeks makes this one. The Lady Tigers up 27-25. Coming in the game is Taylor Smith. She's going to come in for Hopkins.
I don't know if you saw the look on Lacey's face after she drew that foul, but she's fired up.
Farmington,
taking the fight to him.
I did notice that. I think he took a full timeout. Let's take it with him.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does?
Well, that's a game stretcher.
Lopez in.
Lopez, a freshman, coming in. Now, Tate Hopkins is a freshman who just played up all year long, similar to like Huber and Lacey did in the past for us. Lopez played on our junior high team. She'd come up for the district tournament and the rest of the remainder of the regional and state tournament should we be fortunate enough to get there.
Yeah, got some playing time Wednesday night against Lincoln.
She's
came
very
right
comfortable
in.
on the court.
Yeah, came right in. She committed a few turnovers, but also scored a few points and got her feet wet in some senior high action. She did not play, if I recall, last night. She did not get into the game, and she's going to play a big minute and 21 seconds right here, and there she is, almost coming up with the rebound.
So Lacey missed the free throw. That's her second miss. She's 2 of 4 from the line. Is that right, Derek?
Yep, 2 out of 4. Lady Tigers 6 out of 8 on the night.
27-25, Lady Tigers with the lead. Here comes Hopkins. Nice drive.
Strong to the basket. That's just good. Boy, she's just a good athlete.
Yeah, Hopkins, the first player into double figures. She's got 10 points.
Jake,
ties the game up.
You made a comment on our last break that why the Farmington cheering section is very loud. The remainder of the crowd is fairly quiet. There's a three, and the freshman bottom! The first bottom!
Welcome to the district tournament, Parker Lopez.
For Parker Lopez.
Oh!
I think they're going to get Lacey. That's going to be 3 on Lacey.
I
no,
think they got Taylor.
Boy.
They got Taylor, I think.
I was going to say, I thought Lacey got all ball.
Or was it Abby?
Oh, man.
That's 3 on Lacey now.
That's going to change the way we have to play a little bit. And Farmington continues to be miserable at the free throw line, which I'm okay with that.
2 out of 7.
Look at this lineup that Coach Froud's got in right now.
Well, 35 seconds.
If you would have said at the beginning of the season that you were going to have a freshman, Cox, Harton, and this lineup in there, you would have – nobody would have taken that bet.
Well, the interesting thing here, Jake, there's a freshman, 3 sophomores, and a senior on the court. And with 32 seconds, my guess is he's going to try. She better, boy, I tell you what, she got it within 8.5 seconds right there.
Yeah, plenty of time to spare. But you know what I think's happening, Lynn? I think the pressure is getting to Farmington a little bit. You see the 2 out of 8 at the free throw line. That's usually a sign of people tightening up a little bit out there.
There's the freshman, drives all the way in, no good. Cox with the rebound. Cox
Good
gets it up
boy,
and in.
Cox.
Oh! Ho-ho! And what a way to end the half. The Lady Tigers.
That's some added points that you just really don't know that you're going to get. Coach Proud will take them all day long. Tiger fans will take them all day long. And I'm telling you what, that's a testament that these folks, I mean, this is some practice paying off right here. Some hard practice.
Well, I think Farmington, I know a 5-point lead is not insurmountable by any means, but I just get the feeling that Farmington's a little bit tight right now. And they're on their home floor. They've beaten us twice. They come into this game the heavy favorites. So when the target's on your back, sometimes the pressure gets to you a little bit. And I think right now the pressure may be getting to Farmington a little bit. Now, granted, it hurt them that McPherson and Hopkins were out of the last couple minutes of the ballgame with 3 fouls. But at the same time, we had Callie, Lacey, Colton. They've all got 3 fouls, and they sat on the bench for a little bit there at the end of that third quarter too. So both teams probably will come back with their 5 starters, and hopefully we'll be able to finish our game with a full all hands on deck, so to speak.
What we just learned? We just learned, Ashley could get in there and make that play. Parker Lopez did not hesitate pulling the trigger on 3. This is fun to watch. You're seeing some young Tigers grow up today in a big stage, in a big atmosphere.
Big situation, yep. Well, all 5 starters for both teams are on the floor now.
And we start the fourth quarter. We got 3 girls with 3 fouls, and there's Harton. And now we got 4 girls, or Taylor Harton. Yeah, she's going to have 4.
I think that's just her second foul, Lynn, unless I missed one on her earlier.
Second foul.
Second foul.
Team foul 6. Foul's a little more even here in this half.
We just need the free throw woes to continue for Farmington.
Yeah, exactly.
Maxwell, her free throw in the way, and that one's continues.
They're tightening
up. Johnson is just going to be beside himself when he sees this stat.
Yeah, they're tightening up.
Boy, the old school guys are coming in. Here comes Logan Huber into the house. Maxwell makes 1 or 2.
Better known as Pooh Bear.
Well,
Farmington's still just 3 out of 10 at the line.
Really wish Abby would clean her shoes on this side of the half-court line. That's in. No. Oh. I don't have the clairvoyant powers that Lynn Gregson has.
You need to borrow his blindfold.
Yeah.
That blindfold seems to work, fellas.
It looked good from here.
It did look good. You just got it out before I did,
I'll
Jay.
put it to you this way. I'd have given that one a better chance
than
the one that Sargas shot up down in Ozark.
Oh, yeah. And now Mason Colton gets the loose ball, and the Tigers have a chance to go up. Their largest lead has been 5. Farmington's largest lead has been 5. They're up 4 right now. 7:15 to go. Gets it into Beeks. That's where you want it. Beeks down low. Nice block. Nice play that time by Hopkins.
And it was a good aggressive move by Beeks. Good help side defense by Hopkins that time to get the block.
Now Scales looking to drive baseline, does. Got good position there. Yeah. She did a nice job driving. A good offensive possession that time for the Lady Cardinals.
Scales has got 9 points, cuts the lead back down to 2. Now how do we respond right here?
Beeks kicks it out. There's Macy.
And one.
Oh.
She'll get a chance to get a couple free throws.
Who was that foul on? That's the big one.
Now the referee's searching. 2-3.
23. We didn't need it on McPherson. We needed it on 32.
McPherson, that's her 4th foul. So now everyone's going to shoot bonus rest of the way. Macy makes it back to a 3-point advantage for the Lady Tigers.
She shoots the ball like it's hot. She don't hold it very long.
I don't know what the holdup is here. Well, what are we?
I think they're trying to switch the foul.
Oh, they're icing our shooter is what they're doing.
It doesn't matter to Macy.
Well, if he wants that foul to be called on Hopkins, we'll let it be changed.
I think he wants it on Scales. I think he wants it on.
Yeah, Scales has only got 1 foul, so I'm sure you're right, Jake. And that look, they're talking about it right now. Watch this. They're going to change it. They're going to change it. You watch.
Yeah.
Somebody smell some books being cooked over there?
Nah.
Oh, they did not change it. Oh, well, at least they. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Good job.
Unbelievable.
Coach worked that one in, and now this one, no good.
And it iced our shooter there.
It iced the free throw as well.
Unbelievable.
That's a win-win for Farmington.
Oh, exactly.
All around the board, and it's 33-30. McPherson now back to just 3 fouls. Our student section's come alive.
Good
McPherson,
defense there by Macy.
And now
some unusual shot of emotion out of Lacey Biggs saying, let's go, let's go. She realizes the importance of this rivalry, this whole thing. Be nice to punch Farmington in the nose on the district championship game.
Yeah, Beeks is fired up out there, you can tell. Need to be patient right here, Lynn. A lot of time left. Get a good shot.
Beeks driving baseline. They're going to get her on the body. They're going to get her on the body that time.
They're not careful. They could throw a technical her way.
Coach Johnson, he's not happy with it, but I actually, the top part, if you look, she got a good block, but the body's where she got her that time. Beeks with 2 shots. That's 4 now on Hopkins. 34-30. Lady Tigers up.
I'm very shocked he's leaving her in with 4 fouls.
Well, with 5:50 to go.
And a 5-point deficit. I think that's the key, too, is they're down.
If the Lady Tigers get a defensive stop here, I'm going to see, I think we'll run a little clock.
I do, too, and maybe Farmington will come out of that zone.
Scales working it hard. Now here comes Beeks. Is he going to trap?
No.
Wow, we got, whoa.
We're seeing Farmington unravel right now.
Coach Johnson sees that, Jake. He's going to take a timeout. And Tigers get a chance to shoot a 1-and-1, 35 and a half to go.
We talked about it. Beeks is fired up, and Farmington is rattled. You're exactly right, Jake. And I think the pressure is getting to him a little bit. Last night we talked about, after the game, the district championship still runs through Prairie Grove in girls basketball. You're still going to have to come out, even though you've beaten us twice this year. You know, we're not going to sit here and give it to you. Farmington's going to have to earn it, and I think they're feeling the pressure of that situation.
Well, I'll tell you something. Farmington, they lost 1 game this year to Ozark in the conference, if I remember correctly. That's the only loss, and so they haven't been in this position much this year. And then in our games, they haven't been in this position. We haven't had them down 5.
It would be interesting to see, if they've trailed or how much they've trailed throughout the season. But you've got all sorts of things compounded. 5 minutes left. It's a championship on the line. It is another extension of the Battle of Highway 62. So, and now you've got some key players in some serious foul trouble.
Yep.
it's going to make everybody rethink everything that they're doing.
Well, and if I remember correct, their one loss that you talked about, Lynn, at Ozark, that was early in the conference season. They haven't lost since, I don't think since the calendar turned to 2014. I don't think they have lost.
He leaves Talon Hopkins in. So if I'm Coach Froud, I go right at her.
Yeah, make something happen.
I get her out of this game as quickly as I can.
This is a big 1-on-1 here. Beeks can stretch this to a 3-possession game and misses it. Beeks uncharacteristically has missed 3 free throws.
He's timing his timeouts perfectly.
Yeah, Coach Johnson, very good coach over at Farmington. This was the first year he had beaten Prairie Grove. Prairie Grove had a 17-game winning streak on the Cardinals. Now Cardinals have won a couple on them, and now the foul's going to be on Robinson.
Ooh. No, they're not even going to call that on Callie, which I thought it was. Okay, yeah, they are going to call it on Callie. I thought he pointed at Macy. Thought he was going to call it on her.
Her fourth, 5:09 to go. Coach Froud's going to leave Robinson in the game. And that time, Hopkins gets it in, 35-31.
It's a pretty flat shot, Lynn.
Yeah, it was.
You want to get a little more arch on the shot to be a good free throw shooter and have a little more consistency at the line. Let's see if this one's the same trajectory. It's pretty flat. Yeah, it didn't
35-31.
Get over the rim.
Coach Johnson, are you looking to try to squeeze out Haley Maxwell for a 3? We haven't seen her do that. That's where she's hurt us in the past.
Yeah, she got those 2 looks early, wide open looks, and since then we've done a really good job defensively showing on her on the perimeter.
Nice defense. That was good. Again, I've noticed McPherson really helping on the backside. Here's a 3 by Scales off the mark. That was a little bit of push.
A little push by 23.
Wow, how in the world did they get the ball on that one? Wow. 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 4.5 to go here in the game.
There's good help defense.
Maxwell, there's that 3. She's got it.
Oh, Jake. Oh, man.
Still they're behind by 1.
Now the Lady Tigers need a score this time.
You got to pick your poison right there. Taylor Harton slid off of Maxwell to go double down inside on Hopkins, and it left Maxwell just a little bit open on the outside. Is that going to be on Hopkins?
It's a 1-and-1 situation.
It's going to be on Tate Hopkins, the younger Hopkins this time. Her 3rd foul now. 4:06, Lady Tigers up 35-30. Had a 35-34, had a 35-30 lead.
These are some big shots here.
Beeks makes this one.
A little senior leadership coming through, a little experience.
She needed that.
Macy's been to the line 9 times in the ball game, and we haven't shot a whole lot of free throws, so that's a great job by her getting to the line that many times. And now she's 6 out of 9. 8 points on the ball game for Lacey. Gives us a 3-point lead.
4 minutes to go in the ball game. Lady Tigers trying to three-peat as district tournament champions. And there's a wide open 3. That one's no good. Rebound or no rebound. Ball's going to go out of bounds. 3:51 to go.
Let's see if Farmington extends the pressure like we talked about, Lynn, earlier. Do they stay in the zone and just extend it out? Do they come out and man us? Do they trap us? It's got to be an elevated level of defense right here for the Lady Cardinals.
Well, I think as long as it's a 1-possession game, it's a little different, Derek. If we go up.
A little too soon to do that.
Scales going for the tie. No good. Rebound goes to Harton.
He's calling for the 4 corners.
Yeah, be careful with those passes. Farmington's got long arms.
And quick.
You got to make a ball fake sometimes.
Boy, you got to be careful.
You can't do that. You got to make a ball fake.
Timeout, Coach
Froud.
Smart timeout. 3:01 to go in the game, guys. Lady Tigers lead 37-34.
Everett Chevrolet is the home of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road today. the Chevy Silverado. And the 2014 Silverado has been totally redesigned, and it's better than ever before. And right now, the selection of Silverados at Everett Chevrolet has never been better. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cabs, and every color you can imagine with options to die for. So make the short drive to Everett Chevrolet just off of I-540 at Elm Springs Road. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chevrolet.
Coach Froud used that timeout to tell his players, do not throw over the defender. And there you see the use of a bounce pass by Abby right there. Oh, goodness. Farmington really bringing the pressure right now. Oh, yeah. Coach Froud wanted the foul there for Beeks. And Coach Froud's going to take his fourth timeout, so just one timeout left with 2+ minutes. Yeah. And you can go back to that one of the very first possessions of the game. Abby got stuck down there. You saw her use, you don't see it a lot anymore, but throw it off their foot and retain possession, and you don't have the 5 count right there, and you get to run an inbounds play. So if we do run out of timeouts, that may be something that we have to go to a little bit later, keep our heads about us.
Well, looking here, Kay Absher watching from home today, and you know, we had to start advertising our comments page more. We had tons of them during the football season, and I go after the games to see what our register is for the number of people that watch, and it's in the hundreds every week. So if you're watching, go to pgtigersonline.com. 2:18 to go in the ball game.
And the gym is now comfortably full.
It is. It's filled up a little bit. And I was going to tell Miss Absher I saw her grandson came up and gave me a hug earlier when he came in. So Alex made it to the gym, if you're listening, Miss
Tiger
Absher.
fans responding. They want to take a district champion little hardware home with them this afternoon.
2:18 to go.
Well, the Tiger faithful on their feet over here behind us, all around us.
I think you're going to get a steady dose of Smith and Beeks.
Yeah, and if Farmington does commit a foul, we're shooting a double bonus the rest of the way. Good step through. Good step through by Callie.
Farmington is.
There we go.
Maxwell's going to pick up the foul.
How can she act like that's not a foul?
Yeah. And that's only her first of the game. I mean,
her first foul.
She's not used to being called for a foul, I guess.
Her first foul and team's 10th foul, so we're shooting a double bonus now. If Harton to do this, it stretches it to at least a 2 possession.
Yeah, at least hit one of these. That a girl.
38-34, Lady Tigers.
Boy, Farmington wishes they could have those free throws back.
Oh, goodness. They are 4 out of 12 at the free throw line in a 5-point ball game.
You had 8 points. They're up by 3.
Yeah.
It's a little different story.
Into the game comes Maddie Harton, and
this
Callie Robbins going to go out, and that's ball handling for a reason, I believe, there, Derek.
Also, it's 4 fouls on Callie, so you may see an offense for defense substitution here. And Beeks has switched off, and she's got Hopkins now.
Down to $1:40 to go in the game. Going to get a blocking foul there. I believe it's going to be Abby. Yep,
Abby Smith.
Abby has played a lot of minutes with just 2 fouls. She picked those 2 up early in the second quarter and done a really good job. Hopkins, this is a 1-and-1, and Hopkins is 1 out of 2 at the free throw line.
Big free throws here for Lady Cardinals. Free throw on the way, good.
You're right, Derek. She does that chest pass push.
She does. I don't see how it goes in. You like to get that shooting hand underneath the basketball.
She did it on the three-pointer, too.
Yeah, she gets it on the side of the ball. It's not picture perfect.
It makes 1 of 2.
Yeah, had a little side spin on the ball. You want that back spin.
30.
The shot professor over here.
Oh, you know.
Maxwell almost picked up another one.
I Googled it earlier.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
Because every day you Google rotation of the basketball.
Yeah.
Macy's down there by herself. She was begging for the ball.
Well, you can be down there by yourself, but
And
there's
a
no way
foul.
that she can get that ball to them
Scale.
safely.
Yeah, right, yep.
And that's what you're looking for right now, safely.
Yep.
We'll take it to the free throw line.
And Abby's going to shoot 2 free throws. Coach Johnson for Farmington is going to take his 4th timeout, so both coaches with
just one timeout. Let's take a timeout with them with 1:12. Lady Tigers lead, 39-35.
We haven't hit a shot the fourth quarter. It's all free throws.
Everett Chevrolet is the home of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road today, the Chevy Silverado. And the 2014 Silverado has been totally redesigned, and it's better than ever before. And right now, the selection of Silverados at Everett Chevrolet has never been better. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cabs, and every color you can imagine with options to die for. So make the short drive to Everett Chevrolet just off of I-540 at Elm Springs Road. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chevrolet.
Okay, we're back for the last 1:12.
Lynn, the Lady Tigers have not hit a field goal in this fourth quarter. All of our points have come at the free throw line. 6 out of 9 at the free throw line. And Abby's got a chance right here to make it 8 out of 11 with 2 shots coming on the way. And regardless if she makes both or misses one or misses both, it's still a 2-possession game, Jake. But when you're up 6 as opposed to 4, it's a big difference.
Yes, it is. Two big shots.
Abby Smith, first one's on the way, got it. Stretches it to a 5-point lead, 40-35.
You know, when you look at Abby, and that's a story this year, out for so long with concussions, ran her way back onto the team. Starters, that's that senior drive, making both of those free throws in a clutch situation.
41-35. Here come the Lady Cardinals, quick. Maxwell drives, baseline, throws up shot. Almost chance for the 3-point. That's
probably going to be it for Callie.
With 1:04 to go.
Oh, Taylor. Good, we got a gift. Taylor Harton with her 3rd foul.
Taylor Harton with her 3rd. 41-35. Maxwell from the line. Tigers lead by 6, and there's first one's made.
Maddie Harton checking in. Who she's giving a rest to? Callie Robinson. You're right, the offensive, defensive stuff.
Yeah.
Switches going on.
Got 5 ball handlers out on the floor right now. Lady Tigers 15 out of 19 at the line.
And Beeks has missed 3 of those, and she doesn't miss many.
Right.
So
Colton missed the other one. She's 3 out of 4.
Gets it into Abby. And, Coach Froud, that's his last time out, isn't it?
Last time out. And I think he was anticipating a 5 count right there, but we got the ball just as he was calling the timeout. We had just gotten the ball right in bounds. I think they were actually going to commit a foul, but you got to expect the same thing. Farmington's going to run full court press right here. They're going to contest the inbounds pass or possibly let you inbound the ball and then come and trap it immediately.
If you're Farmington, you're Coach Johnson, what do you think you're going to do? Let them throw it in and try to trap or try to get to 5
I think
seconds?
I set a trap in the backcourt, Jake, and then I think if you don't get an immediate steal, as soon as Prairie Grove gets the ball across half court, then I think you got to foul because you're down 4, and at that point there will be less than a minute to go in the ball game. So I think they will foul there. That's what I would do.
On the flip side, Coach Froud's going to try to get it to here and just sit on it.
Yeah, and we've got all 5 of our players on the floor are excellent free throw shooters, so I know he's comfortable with any one of them with the ball in their hands going to the free throw line.
Well, I would kind of be shocked if I saw any Lady Tiger take a shot other than a wide open layup.
Yeah, exactly right. You don't want to force anything now.
What I think here, too, is if we do get it over the line, they're going to have to come back and start. They can't keep trading 2 baskets for 2 baskets. Now, if you miss some free throws, that might help them out. But if she's going to get it back.
There he goes. No problem right there.
And
get it across the line.
We're over the line.
Plenty of time. There we go. And now, Farmington's got a foul. Go ahead, foul.
We can't call a timeout this time.
There's a
foul.
Go
ahead.
That's it. That's going to be it for Hopkins.
But
he is out.
The game's done for her. But I don't know that she was going to be able to have a major effect right now.
Yeah, she really did. She struggled a little bit tonight. She had 8 points. She stepped out and hit a big 3 in the second quarter, but overall I thought we really did a good job defensively because she's a good player.
And I think you have to credit a little unsung hero, Ashley Cox, coming off the bench.
Oh, you bet.
Putting the body on her. Callie was putting the body on her all game long.
47.9 seconds left in the game. Abby Smith makes the free throw. So the Tigers, they can make it a 3. They'll have to be a 2-possession game still.
And Abby 5 out of 5 at the line.
Those are some big shots.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to get a rebound here.
And look at that.
Look at that. Macy Colton. It's 44-37, 3-point lead.
Game.
And a foul.
Abby Smith with the foul. That's her 4th. No harm, no foul there. Tayden Hopkins going to shoot 2 for Farmington.
She makes it. So she's come up and made her last 3 free throws. Is that right? No, she missed 1 or 2
she
last
missed,
time.
Yeah, and she is 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5
3
at
out
the
of 5 from
line.
the line. 44-38. Lady Tigers up by 6. That rebound was huge. She makes them both. 44-39. So
she
Lady
leads
Tigers
all scorers.
do not have a
13
timeout.
points.
And a quick foul by Scales. So the Lady Tigers going to the line. If they make free throws, Derek.
Yeah. Put this thing away. That layup
That's
off
4.
the offensive rebound by Macy was the first field goal we've made all quarter.
That's
the rest
4
has
on
been at the free
Scales.
throw line.
4 on Scales now, and 44-39. Lady Tigers missed the first free throw. You got to make the free throws down the stretch. Maddie's second free throw on the way.
Bottom.
Good. 45-39, 6-point lead.
Turn around. Got to get on defense there.
Oh, she carried the ball. Oh, my goodness. She carried the ball.
That's going to do it. I believe, I think that was another time the other ref was going to call it.
Golly.
I mean, if an offensive player lowers the shoulder, typically that's going to get the charge, right?
Oftentimes it will. We talked about that last night.
Yep. Well, I think even before any foul was called, it should have been a carry. She clearly palmed the ball.
And here comes the freshman into the game.
What a big spot for a freshman.
And there's a freshman shooting the ball, but she's played senior all year long. But, Parker Lopez, first action as a high school player was just Wednesday night. Missed the first free throw.
Big miss. We needed that one. This has been the longest minute I think I've ever had in my entire life.
It's been a long last couple minutes.
Missed both. That should have been a foul.
And now Beeks. And there's going to be a foul on O'Connell. And the Beeks can stretch this thing out to 8 points here if she can make both of these.
Look at Beeks striding to the line. Give me the ball. She wants the ball.
She's the first one up there. She beat everybody down there. She wants these free throws.
Proud's
wants the
backing
ball
all
in her
the
hands.
team out.
He doesn't want to foul on a rebound. And if they score, make them score with the clock running. Don't let them score with the clock stopped. Beeks knocks it down. 3-possession game now.
And on top of that, just to follow up, Lynn, make them score while the clock's running, but also don't give up anything uncontested at the basket. Make them earn it.
Making sure of all the assignments.
That one rolls in, little touch. 47-39. Should the Lady Tigers hang on, they'll play Wednesday at 4 o'clock in Lincoln in the regional tournament. There is Scales. She drives all the way.
Again,
they let her go.
Lower in the head. Big rebound.
And there it is. And now there's Lacey Beeks. Turns it over down to 16 seconds. That's going to do it, fellas. Long three. No good.
Don't.
Three-pointer. Good. 47-42 with 3.8.
I'm going to say that the turnover by Lacey was the best turnover I've seen all season long, right here in front of us.
It ran clock.
It
ran clock.
Ran clock. Actually, it's the second best turnover I've seen all year long.
Yeah, last Friday night, the Farmington boys game was the best turnover I've ever seen.
Well, that was their turnover.
Yeah, that's true enough. True enough. Our best turnover all year, no doubt about it. Well, 47-32.
You know, while we mentioned that, we do have those shirts. And you can go to, we got Team McKay shirts, and it's going to go to the
22Q11 deletion syndrome.
Yeah, so you can go to our Facebook page, and there's a blog there with an order form. If you're out there listening, if you want to order these shirts, you can go ahead and place that order. We're going to get those shirts printed up. First time ever, the Farmington Booster Club and the Prairie Grove Booster Club worked jointly and bought the first 100 shirts together so that the proceeds would be higher. But if you want those shirts, you can go to either the Farmington Facebook or the Prairie Grove Facebook and place your orders on that blog there. We'd love to have you participate in this. It's a great cause.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, the shirts commemorate both McKay and Jeremy Mueller, the young man who passed and talks about three points equals. There we go. That's the game. That's going to do it.
Your Prairie Grove Tigers, district champs.
The district champions. This works, fellas. This works.
I'm telling you.
And the Lady Tigers are going to bring home their third straight district championship, Derek. Jake, it was a good one.
Well, and I'm looking at the big difference in the ball game, Lynn. The Lady Tigers, 19 out of 25. And I know I'm just a PE teacher, but that's 76% if my math is correct. And then the Lady Cardinals, 9 out of 20. That's 45%. They lose a 5-point game and miss 11 free throws. That's a huge and the Farmington girls not happy right now, but they do get recognized. They're going to get a runner-up trophy. I know that's not what they wanted, but
and you're right.
They have to come out.
I know this isn't what they wanted, but it was a hard-fought game throughout. Prairie Grove kind of got a little bit of a lead late in the fourth quarter, was able to hang on to it, but a great game by both teams. And
I'd like to go back and see if we can find a game where we scored one basket in the fourth quarter and won.
Yeah. We shot 17 free throws in that fourth quarter and made 13 of them.
Well, the runner-up, Farmington Cardinal girls.
Honestly, you got to feel for those girls. They played a heck of a season. This is a loss on their home court they don't really want.
Well, and here's the thing, Jake. I'll mention it after we get recognized here so I don't ruin the moment.
Prairie Grove Lady Tigers. We got to congratulate the Lady Tigers. They lost twice this year to the Farmington Lady Cardinals and were able to come up with the district championship. So can lightning strike twice tonight, gentlemen, and have something in the boys' game?
Well, I sure hope so. But what I was going to say is it's a downer right now for the Farmington team, but traditionally the two teams that have met in the district championship of this game, they usually go on to meet in the regional championship, and then sometimes even in the state tournament. So a lot of games left for probably both of these teams.
Could have gone on all night without knowing that.
Well,
sorry about that. I didn't mean to ruin your night, Jake.
Well, that's going to do it for the girls' game. We're going to take about a 5-minute break. You'll see the boys warming up. We'll be back for a little pregame for the boys' game after this.